If you've ever thought about giving up alcohol or wondered what a sober life might look like, I'm sharing my key takeaways from my conversation with Lori Massicot, who is a sober living coach, from my full conversation over on the Graced Health podcast. My name is Amy Connell. I'm a certified personal trainer through NASM who wants you to take a recovery day, and a certified nutrition coach who wants you to enjoy dessert. I certainly do. I help women over 40 feel and function well so they can live balanced, nourishing, grace-filled lives. Lori Massicot is a sober living coach and also host of the 250 and Beyond podcast. This short 5 in 5 video provides some of my key takeaways. And if you would like to hear the full conversation, you can either watch it here or find it wherever you listen to podcasts. Takeaway number 1. We do not have to have a problem with alcohol to decide to stop using it. It used to be there were a lot of assumptions made if you quit drinking. However, there's a new movement and awareness of how horrible drinking really is for us. There's just really no great health benefits at all. So you don't have to have a problem with it to choose to not engage with it. Number 2, in social settings, nobody cares if you're drinking. They really don't. I actually tried this out for myself. As I told Lori at the beginning of our conversation, I'm not sober. However, some of the things she said just really reverberated in my mind and made me consider just not drinking in social situations. So over the holidays, I actually just drank a seltzer water, or I drank a sparkling water or something like that. And you know what? No one cared. No one said anything. It was a non-issue. So that was really empowering as well. Number 3, if you like to enjoy wine or a cocktail or something like that in that gap time from after work to at home, that is a ritual for you. So what Lori encourages us to do is to create a new ritual. Find something that we can look forward to. Maybe that's a walk or a bath, or my husband and I like to sit down and do Wordle and the Mini together. Anything that can help bridge that gap in that time that you might want to pop open that cork. Instead, find a new ritual. Number 4. Now this one I have to admit is a little bit harder, but it's true. If your relationships center around alcohol, then it might be worth asking if that's really the glue that you want that relationship to revolve around. I have to admit that can be a really hard thing to consider and to think about. However, I think that that's a really great point that Lori made. And finally, number 5, ask yourself what kind of story you want to share about your relationship with alcohol. Now, only you can figure this out, right? Like, I'm not here to tell you what your story should be, and you're not here to tell me what my story should be. But Lori's advice in thinking about that from a broader perspective and then implementing that might give us that why, might give us the motivation that we have in terms of making some small changes. And just as a little bonus tip or takeaway, we don't have to make all of these changes at once. Maybe we start pulling back. Maybe we start don't drinking at all of the events. Just because there's an invitation to doesn't mean that we necessarily do. And then that's where we start. So start creating your own story. Now, again, if you would like to hear the full episode, make sure that you tune into season 15, episode 12, right here. And before we go, I invite you to connect with me on a deeper level through my subscriber-only monthly journals. This is where I share fitness moves, maybe food that I'm enjoying, things that are fun, maybe family, friends, things that may or may not start with the letter F, and we just have a really good time. So I invite you to connect there. You can sign up right here or through the show notes. That's it. As always, have a grace day.